I'm going to speak about how artificial intelligence is driving strategic innovation in some of the companies that we talk to. I think a lot of times when we think about artificial intelligence, most of us think about chatbots, and yet AI goes so far beyond that it's very comprehensive. So Jerry referenced healthcare there a minute ago. And when we think about precision and accuracy, some of the things that we heard are things like it can detect illnesses earlier, or it can, with skin cancer surgeries, the accuracy rate of getting all of the cancer in the surgery has gone up pretty dramatically to like somewhere in the 90% range. And this is true for other surgeries as well. The robotics can hone in, like hip replacement surgeries are now largely done robotically, and it's so much more precise and accurate. When we talk about predictive capabilities, mentioned already about health diagnosis, there's a lot of AI that's being trained by physicians on how to do a diagnosis. There was one person that I spoke to who is very big in the healthcare field, where they will input plain language into an AI, have that convert it into the behind the scenes data stuff that I don't know that much about, and then they test the results with physicians to ask if that corresponds with their experiences. And if it doesn't correspond with their experiences, they go back to what they input into the AI and improve the languaging of it, which then improves the algorithms in producing the results. So it's really quite remarkable, the work that's being done in healthcare around diagnosis and surgeries. Also, you don't want to just rely on AI to do a diagnosis for you. That's where the physician and oversight, human oversight, comes back in. Also, thinking about predictive capabilities, there are tools out there right now that people are using to help predict potential supply chain issues so that they can address them preemptively. If we're talking about improved public service, one of the leaders that I spoke to in a government agency here in Nova Scotia talked about how they're using artificial intelligence to improve 311 efficiency. 311 is an informational number that you can call. And he described that there are basically 3 tiers of questions or queries that show up on those 311 calls. And the most common questions are ones that can be answered by existing material. And it could be things like, what's the garbage pickup schedule? Other things like that that are very routine. People will have 24-hour access to that kind of information, and it can be answered just using AI. The second tier is around people providing background information. So you need to know, you're calling because you want to have more information about what's happening with road construction or transportation improvements, and a person can provide some background information on that. And then the third tier, which is really the most the highest human value piece, is for people who are requiring problem solving. And there's all kinds of ways that they are now using AI to start looking at what's happening in neighborhoods, so they can think about what is the kind of police presence that might be needed in a neighborhood, or what are the kinds of issues that are showing up on a regular basis. That then helps them be more strategic about how they deploy resources to different neighborhoods. And then with competitive intelligence, this is an opportunity to automate high-value strategic tasks. And that could be something like screening acquisition targets for a company, or conducting financial research, or doing a competitive analysis. So those are a few examples of strategic innovation. There are more that you would see in the summary report that we're going to be sending out to you when we send out the video.